cost reduction.
Suppose
And
if you want to manually download and install, so you can download it here as well.
If you can do more tasks in less amount of
And
time,
then install it on the device. So
means that is
technically,
worth
if it's on the
investing for them.
device, it's going to be something like this. When you go to the settings, there is a general tab. And here there is a VPN and device management. Here you need to install it. So once you install it only, you can access the device for it. If not, definitely you can't access
it will
it.
help in cost reduction, but
Okay, so that's one
manual
thing.
testing
But for a
can it be
simulator,
replaced
this is
100%
completely
by
not
automation?
required. Simulator and then cloud.
I'm strictly
So let me try this one out.
automation testing.
Since my limit has been reached, right? So I need to
Always
create
remember
something
this
new,
fact that
and then only I can
enhances the
show it.
testing process.
But apart from this, any other doubts? Anything so far?
To enhance
Let's see the syntax. I will say
replace your manual
A1
process.
equal to
We need a
40.5
combination of manual
AU.
automation.
That means
any
what?
kind of a
Yeah.
project.
I don't know what is the data type
What
that
and
it
all
use
you
here.
can
I
do
don't know
with
whether
this
I have to use a
Xcode is
double,
like, say,
float,
you can
integer,
also
long, byte, short, long. You don't know
retrieve your
what is
device
used to
ID.
store.
So what do you
Okay.
mean by the
So
other features?
do any one of you remember how to get the
So in
UDID
such
in a
situation, we use
device?
this.
Wider test coverage. That means the scope to create a large number of
Clear?
complex automated tests along with their executions repeatedly.
UDID of
if I
a
try to
device,
put
if you
the
don't
value
have
of
your
create a large
Xcode,
number of complex
if you
automated
don't
tests.
have
value
the
of
command
A1
line or anything, how to get it?
Automate a lot of
Now, if I
complex
say
API
var
endpoints, like from one
A2
endpoint you
equal
get
to
the
Minus
data,
Or like say
from
we
another
saw it
endpoint you
some
can pass
time
the data
back.
to another
we
endpoint.
can also
Maybe I'm
perform
showing it
arithmetic
again.
If you
So
want to
usually
chain all
you
the
go to
different
your
multiple
Chrome or
endpoints,
Safari,
which is a
any
complex
browser.
process for a manual tester.
Okay.
With automation,
And
that part
this
becomes
is
So
the
here we perform arithmetic
what is
normalization.
effective
UDID.
test
So
management?
click
Enables the
on
test to be
OK.
traced,
Can we
updated, and
reassign the values of
Get
the
your
variable?
UDID
Yes.
now.
and execute
Download
the
the
can
profile.
requirements and functionalities.
Allow it.
So what is happening
Close
here?
it.
Enables
Go
test
to
to be
your
traced and
device.
So
updated.
what
That
I will
means
do,
what?
I will say
If we have to
You
do
can
the
see
same
VPN and
endpoint
device.
testing
You
for
can
a
see the
different
UDID
application
technology
with the
device
same set of
registration.
So
requirements,
Click
what I
it.
will
small
do here,
slight
I
changes
will
in the
say
Install
business.
it.
So
A2
we need not write
minus
the
A1.
automation code again to this guy.
Okay.
Same
And the
automation
profile
code
is
can be run there.
installed.
Whatever issues are there,
And
we
you
have to
get
report
your
the issues and we have to
UDID.
fix it accordingly.
This is my
Resource
UDID.
optimization frees testing resources from
What
execution
is the
of
output of it?
software
Can anyone tell me?
builds. So what is happening?
Okay,
What
so
happens
this is
is
my
every night
UDID
you get a bill from
of a
the
real
developer.
device. But if you try the same thing inside your simulator, it will not give you the right
available in
result.
the midnight time is somewhat
But how
very
to
bad
verify this
because
result? You
one
can see
midnight
the iPad is
fine.
there.
2 midnight
This is my
still fine to work.
UDID.
After that,
Same
we
thing,
will be
it should
so
be
vexed up stating
available.
that hey, I'm not in a mood to do
Okay,
work in the
so
night
this
time.
is
I'm
how
not
you
ready to do
can
overtime.
verify it.
Doing the same smooth
So
testing
if you
all the
want
time.
to verify any
That is
UDID,
where
you don't
automation
need the
testing will
command
come into
line.
play. Yeah. That
Even
is
for
where after the
simulators,
result
it's
is
available over here.
then it
If
will
you
start
just click
triggering the
it,
automation
you
test
get the
suite,
UDID.
and it will tell us how many test cases
Okay,
pass,
so which
fail, skip, or
version?
something like that.
What is the
Clear?
UDID?
Let me show you
Okay,
that.
so we are
Now
using
this is clear.
18.6. This
In
is
the
the
A2,
UDID. So
instead if
for
I store a
everything, this
Boolean
Xcode
value,
will be of
this
very
is not
useful.
allowed.
And for
This is not
magnesiums,
allowed
I would say.
when we are using var.
And
Because
also, what else can we do with
var
this actually with the
accepts
Xcode? So you
because
can even add
initially
some apps
generally
actually
var
which app you want to
accepts
install it. For
partial regression
example,
testing, sanity,
you need an
and it has
IPA
decided
file
this
for a real
compiler has
device. That's why
decided
only the
that, hey,
IPA is
this is
highlighted.
test a full
this
That
is a
means you can
variable
see it is
holding a
enabled.
number type.
1000
Click
test
on
cases not
open.
really about
Holding a
testing. You need
decimal
to
value.
document the evidence.
And
So
since
instead of a
I
decimal value,
don't
if you're
have
passing any other value, it will throw a compiler
the
check.
proper ID, right, or the proper Apple
var
It's not only about testing.
developer
then we are
license,
using
You need to
var
provide
it will
details.
show me
var
this
accepted
error.
a number.
What kind of
Okay,
output
so
we are
that
getting.
means
It is very
failed to
difficult
install
test
the app on the
scenarios.
device.
It's very
You
difficult
cannot
to
install
testing
any app on the real device as it
Boolean
is.
value
The max to max you
Technically,
get it
which
is
does
that
not
will
work
be
for 3
a
days to do the
violation of
complete
Apple
regression.
policy. So that's why it
So
is showing us
initially
the
when you have
provisioning
assigned the
profile
value
cannot be
of
installed
A2,
on the
Whatever
device.
if you have assigned the
Since the
initial
provisioning
value,
profile is
you
not
can have an
installed,
integer value
I cannot
in
install
place
the
of my decimal
application on
range,
a
but
real
you
device
cannot
to
have
run
a
it.
Boolean value
That is
because
the problem.
var A2 has
Okay, so
fixated
since my
itself
limit
that hey,
exists,
var A2 holds a number. Again, if you're trying to reset the Boolean value, we need to do a syntax automation.
it will not work. It will not
That will
work.
save a lot
It
of
will not
man
work.
hours. lot of time.
It will not
And as a
work.
tester, you will focus
Drag and drop will
on
not work.
finding
Drag and
more
drop will
defects,
work
more bugs
in
which are not
simulator,
covered by automation.
If you want to declare
but not on real
variable, I
device.
can store it like this.
Yeah.
You can store the data in a separate way.
Yeah, because it will straight away throw this error, the provisioning profile. Because for you it succeeded,
Now,
so
when I
you
say
can
back
install this app.
A4 equal to
But
500.
again, when you try to install it,
Now,
will
when I
throw
say
an error
A4
like
equal to
code 65
500.5,
because that
then it will throw an error.
application's
Why
code,
does it
right?
throw an error?
What are the
That
top five
application
lessons on
code
test
you
automation
cannot
that you need to
open
know?
it.
A4
First rule,
So
never
if
automate
it is something like, say,
Don't
if
automate
you
a
are a
number.
developer of
have
that
a clear
application,
understanding of what you
you'll
want to
be able
automate.
to
Then
open
only
the
you start
code,
scripting for it.
build the code,
Okay.
deploy it to the device.
Second thing,
But if
avoid
you are
writing
missing
complex
any one
logic
of
in
the
your code.
privileges, you will not be
Write
able
the
to do it.
necessary business logic in your
So
script.
here
That's
Don't
how
write
Apple
unnecessary
has
logic
kept
in
its
your script.
ecosystem.
So throws 100%
For
automation is
office
not feasible. These are the rules that we must
related
follow. I would like to make an exception
do
stating that 100%
you
automation is possible for
also
you can
do the
store
same,
any
right?
kind of 100% data.
Unfortunately, we cannot do
code
it.
base will be
You can store any
Yeah,
kind
the
of
code
data. It's
base
not
is
always
with
primitive
you,
data type.
but
You can
still
store
you need
all
to have
kinds
the
of
Apple
data
developers
types. And fourth, the
license.
only way of automation is
Without
when you're
that,
trying to reassign the values. Testing like what
So
is
you
move,
can
what is
borrow
print.
your
If you're
developer's
trying to
license
reassign
and then use
values,
it.
assign
But
the
without
values
that,
of
you
the
cannot
same
do it.
data type. Different terminologies of
Not of a
they
different
don't
data type.
understand.
It will
Just
directly
be aware of it.
throw an error like, say,
Fifth
65 or
one,
something,
test
code
automation
65
is
or
a
something
software development
error, so that it
What do you
will
mean
be
by
something
software
like you
development
don't have the
process?
privilege
We also
to
write a
do it.
code. We also build a framework.
Yes.
We also design things. We also
Okay, so
analyze
let me
things.
check this
The
one. If
sad
I
part
have
is no one
another
is there
Apple
to test
ID, I
our
can
code.
show it.
For developers, we are
If
there to
not,
test
I
their
need to
code
wait
and we
for
are there to
7 days
report the
and then
bugs.
I need to
Yes,
show
for
it.
testers,
double
for a
value
test
Because it
automation,
gets
store an
renewed
integer.
in
We have to find
December.
this. Cannot store a decimal. We have to fix it. Because parallel, we have to do the application testing also. Understand like Python 4.0. Always remember
Okay,
that
so
test
these are the
automation is not
things we can
something
do
like a
with your
magic wand that
Xcode
has Harry
actually. So it's a
Potter
very good
or
tool,
something
but it
like a
has its
magic
own
show.
limitations.
We are also a part of software development process. We also take some time to build the code. We
go
also
to the
take some time to
concept
find
of
a robust,
Basically, it works.
robust framework, robust design, and all the stuff.
So any
Clear?
doubts, anything so far?
See here. What is a string? String is nothing but a
Executing this line
sequence
code,
of
if I want
characters.
to tell the print
Clear.
statement that go to the next line, so I can
And
just
tomorrow we'll
When
try
you
to
say
check
so,
this
we'll
one.
answer
If I
that
get
further
my
point.
Apple ID's
I just
password,
want
I
to what it
can
will
check
show
it
that
up.
what
Another
5
Apple ID's
lessons on test
password.
automation testing.
Characters
That we all
If
need to
not,
remember.
what
For
we
sure.
can
It will
do it is
auto-generate
like
across your whole
say
key value like
we can
you do
proceed it.
automation testing.
Maybe in between our sessions, I'll show you how to do it. Maybe tomorrow we'll see about
We
some
need a very
design
rapid
capabilities, some
automation
scenarios,
framework which
some
will test the
pop-ups and
application
other
in a
things,
flash.
and we'll also
That's
see
not
about
going to
some
happen in a week or 10 days.
gestures like
What
say
is the syntax
touch,
of? There's a
double
lot of
tap,
review, a lot of
and single
lot of
tap
things that are
things.
happening. Got it?
And let's see it.
what
Yeah.
is the escape character? And what are the print statements? How we calculate the ASCII value of
Variable
And
name
Sir,
for
it means
this
then
equal to
all the
value.
Xcode,
test
the
cases
devices
can't be
and these
automated.
simulators that we have,
Remember that
say for example, I have
API,
added
we
one
can
device.
include
Can I
the
remove that
data
device as well?
in the
Yeah, you can
inverted
remove it.
commas.
It's
In
like
case
it
of UI,
automatically
I
comes
think
when
that
you
is not
close it.
UI
It will be
100%
automatically
automation is
removed.
not at all possible. The
Yeah.
max to max you can do is
Whenever
80%.
we want to
Okay, because in mine I
Towards
can see one
the
device.
API, we
It's
have the
there,
possibility of
but I
automating all
can't.
the APIs.
I don't have
Sir,
any
means
option
always
to
double
remove
quotes
it or
only.
But
something.
for UI,
Discard
always double quotes.
100%
and pair
automation is
device
not
is
at all
there.
possible.
Yes.
Okay, inside the Xcode you
anyone
mean,
tell
right?
the
Once you run
Yes.
this play button. Yeah, that don't worry.
Okay.
It's just a
I'll
simulator
say
only. Once you close your
this
Xcode,
one equal
it
to
will be
something you might
automatically
wonder why
closed.
Rahul, why are
Yeah.
you showing this cost graph?
No,
Well,
no,
guys,
I'm saying
as every QA
by,
person, we
once
need
you
to
go
know,
to the
we need to have
Windows
an understanding
So
of
if I
how
start
simulator,
the cost
variable
gets
directly,
spent
and
on
we
the
have the
testing. It will
option
print.
for
Based on that only your
simulator
hikes will
and
be there.
devices.
Based on that only the project,
Okay.
you'll understand how the
Okay,
project
this
is
one you
going
mean.
forward. Based on that only you'll understand
String
how
Singular
your
and devices.
career is going to
Under
shape in this
devices, you
project.
have couple
Got
of
it?
devices, right?
data type.
So can you
Correct.
remove that devices as
So,
well?
Okay.
if you
That
see,
can be removed.
initially it
Since
looks like
you have
manual work.
connected
It's
to this
taking a lot
device,
of less
it has
amount
been
of
recorded.
cost and less amount of time to finish
You
the
cannot
execution
remove
of the
it.
test case. But if you see, as the time progresses, as the number of bills,
If I
when
even
I say
disconnected it, right,
and
you can
as the
see
project approaches the
try to
goal,
connect the
what
iPad,
happens?
but your iPad will
More
still
and more
be
time, more and
available
more
over
random
here.
work will be taken out.
Right now,
What
I
is the
just
output of to add
disconnected
people
it,
from
so
different
it is
different
like
projects
this.
so that they will
Still, it
help
will
us
be showing
ensure that the
connected.
application is application is properly deployed,
1548.
no major defects, no functional leakage, we tend to add more man hours.
14.
More man hours means
Okay.
more amount of money that we are spending for the project.
14.
Whereas with automation testing, initially it looks like, hey, we are investing a lot of money and time on this. Do you think it is gonna work out for me?
I think if there is
At the
no
first
doubt,
glance,
we'll
it is
continue with some
absolutely not.
programs
But
tomorrow.
during the long run of
Maybe
the
for you,
software,
Alok, I need some time.
but
Actually, I
during the
have
long
one
run
more
of the
meeting.
software, it will be a difficult one.
Maybe tomorrow,
There
is
is
it
no
okay that
decimals
we
here.
connect? Maybe morning or
Why
sometime?
decimals? There is why
Yeah,
decimals
yeah.
is not possible.
Tomorrow I
Yeah,
have
Is this
yeah.
clear, everyone?
Let me take the
Oh,
ASCII
you're
value
holiday
of
only.
4
Okay.
items.
Yeah, maybe before that, I'll try to set it up everything by tonight. Yeah, we can check it.
Can you go ahead,
This
guys?
is
Okay,
119.
Sure.
Thank you.
119.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
So remember this rule. In Java,
S1 dot
when
keys
we are
empty means
dividing
if the
a
given need to understand. Because
empty
most of the
or
companies they say,
number
like some companies still are there, they say like,
without
hey,
any
automation testing is
decimal
something more time
values,
consuming than a
the
manual
above
process.
condition is
We need to help them
satisfied,
educate
then
that during
it
the
will
long
be-
run,
then when
it
we
is very
then
beneficial. At
it
the
will
start,
not
you might
return
not believe
what
that
is the
hey, this is
answer?
not
It will
something
not return a decimal
that
value.
is gonna be suitable for my
That
project.
means what? If
Clear?
you see here, when I say 10 divided by 2,
Yeah,
it
pause.
will not return a decimal
Can we
value.
go to the
When I
next one?
say
It will
S1
return a
number
this,
only.
what will be the output?
Always remember, it will return a number only. Decimal
True.
values are never
True.
considered here.
True.
So S1
Yes.
dot empty returns true. When I say empty,
So
empty
what we will
means
do here? 540 minus 111
clear. Let me go to the next topic. That is
10
about the
divided
course.
by
Even
2
a single.
minus
What are the
111.
different topics that we are gonna cover
Now
here?
what will be the output?
What if it contains a
540
space?
minus 111 plus 400
Okay.
into 5
What is the output of
minus
this?
119. Okay.
Just give me a moment. The slide is loading. What is the output? Request not to annotate. Right?
Yes.
2000 minus
It's true
119.
because white space is also a
What is
character.
the first rule? We need to do addition.
Okay. So the
We have
first
discussed
step in the
what is
variable
the
courses,
what we have
discussed the
two,
core
five,
Java
four,
even
five,
white space
what
is
are the
also
different
core
minus
Java topics that we are covering
111
here.
minus 999. What is the answer here?
Yeah.
2.
So
When
we'll
I
be
say
starting with
S1
what is variable
So what is
declarations,
the
what are the
answer?
different string
31.
functions, string builder, string buffer,
If
the conditional
given
statements, the
string
looping
contains- What is
statements,
19 plus
the while, do
white
while,
spaces
for each,
121,
the
230.
constructors, the method declarations, the
Clear?
switch case, the enums. We'll be discussing all these things in
Clear?
detail. We are
Is
not
everyone
just
clear with
talking,
that?
we are
It's a
just not
part of
explaining for the sake of saying.
Now
We will
this will
explain
return
each and every topic in detail about what is variable, what is string, what is switch, what is method declaration,
Okay. You need to remember
where do
the
we visit,
purpose
what could be the
very
right use case, and
clearly,
all
guys.
those things.
And every concept of
Yeah,
ASCII
okay,
value is
thank
also very important here.
Then we discuss about arrays and collections, which is super important.
So
What is 1D array? What is 2D array?
how do
What is
we-
3D array? Why arrays has
So
come
when I
into
say
picture?
S1.2
What is list?
case,
What is array?
sentence
What are the different
returns
components in the
with the
list?
string
List, set,
with capital
map,
letters.
DQ, sequence
combine
collections, queues, and
Not
more. What are the
returns.
different kinds of
By
collections
using
are
the
there in Java? We will discuss all of this because
S1.2
there are some collections which are
less
useful
symbol,
from a
prints
Selenium
the
point of view. There are some
we
collections which are useful
smaller
from an
than
interview point of view. Like for example, if
Got
you talk about
If we use
stacks
the plus
and queues,
symbol between
these are
two
something that
different
sometimes when you're
numbers,
applying for a
serves
SDET
as
role,
a
they might ask
division
you like,
operation.
how
But
do
if
you
we
solve
use a
this
plus
kind of a
symbol,
scenario? How do you
when
solve
we
this kind of
combine
Hey,
programming
Arvind,
question?
sentence
So that's why
can
we are
you
including stacks
the
and
like a
queues in
joiner.
order to be
here?
acts like
show
a
that when
joiner.
you're attempting in
Like it
any interview,
Hello.
when they
Yes,
ask you
okay.
the
Yeah.
common question, the commonly asked
Yeah,
question,
yeah.
I'm facing
if you're
some
going for
issue
any
while
automation
practicing.
interviews,
of 4 means what?
can you check
So
whether the
JVM
can you
parentheses
finish last
are
5-10
having a
minutes at
proper
least so
starting and
repeats
ending
the
place?
we can try to
So that is
finish
one of
it.
the most commonly asked
Sure,
questions
sure,
when you
number of
want
acts.
to go as an
Yeah,
HDD
because
role, when
after that
when you
it will
want to
be
switch as
so
an
long,
automation
like
engineer. This is one of the
11,
commonly
12
asked questions
IST,
because
that's it.
the first
Yeah,
round
yeah,
of
sure, sure.
interview when
Maybe
you're
like
going for
10
an
to 15 minutes
sales or
right?
any QA profile these days, the first
Yeah,
round
that's
will
it.
be your Java interview along with your QA profile,
And
Just keep me
prints it
along with your QA activities.
on
Like
the same.
what are the different kinds
Clear?
of best practices you have applied in testing in your project? So inheritance and interfaces. What do you mean by this inheritance and interfaces? So we'll be discussing like what is inheritance, what is the purpose of super keyword, what is interface, what are the different types of interfaces, what is the use of super keyword, what are the different types of
Returns
inheritance,
true.
what are the different types of
The above
interfaces.
condition
We will
is
also
satisfied.
discuss what is abstraction here.
Here, if you
Else
observe it keenly,
returns
that
false.
we will use the plus
And we'll
symbol.
be
Can anyone tell me
discussing
the
in
output of
detail
this
what is
program? Join the
lambdas, what is
value
streams, what are the Lombok
that is
expressions
coming
that
on
we
the
can
right-hand
use
side
in
along
our
with the
day-to-day
symbols that
life,
we are
because
getting it on the left hand
lambdas or streams are
Clear?
one of the go-to topics in the current situation, not only for interview purpose but also in your day-to-day activities.
minus 5158.
and different file operations. How do we write the data to the file? How do we read the data from the file?
So what will be
How do we
output of
copy the
this?
file from one
Calculator, or
location to
you're just
another
taking
location?
normal?
What are the
Of
different
course.
file functions?
No, sir,
We
I'm
can see
just
all this
applying
contents
my
in detail.
Okay, okay.
And also we are trying to discuss how do we
So what is the
write
final
the
answer you're telling?
object to a file? How do we read the
minus
object from a file? There's
5158.
something called as data in
Mhm.
data input stream, data
Okay.
object, output stream. We'll be
468.
discussing all these things in order to make our objects persistent.
So
If you don't know what is objects, what is this
minus
and all, don't worry.
5158.
We will be discussing step by step and
Okay.
each and every word.
How it is minus 5158?
And we will also be discussing what is exception handling, try
What is the
catch block,
what is
purpose
the
of
purpose
finally
rule
block,
telling you? First,
multiple
we need to
catch blocks
solve the
with one
value
try
that is
block,
within the bracket.
what is checked
False.
versus unchecked
342
exceptions,
minus
compile time versus
100
runtime
into
exceptions.
10.
How do we handle
Because
the
first,
errors at the runtime? We'll
first
be
we are
seeing
changing it to
what is
uppercase
ducking
and
an exception,
then
what is
we are
rethrowing an
like that hello
exception.
is not
We'll
having
be
all the
seeing all these
uppercases.
things during the exception handling.
Clear?
Okay, great.
Now what I will do? 342 minus 300 into 10 minus 1500 minus 1000. 342 minus 3000 minus 1500 minus 1000. Then I have to do the addition operation. Minus 5500. So minus 5158. Is this clear, everyone? What are the mistakes you made? So going further, you need to practice more.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Rahul, Bharati,
I think few of the people
Minu,
joined in an older link. Let me ping the link to
Vanshu,
them.
all good?
Just give me a
Yes.
second. Meeting info.
Great.
Uh,
Okay.
Copy joining link.
This is how we use the plus symbol to combine a sentence with an arithmetic operation.
Please
Clear?
join this new link.
Now, what's next? Let's
Okay.
discuss one more escape character.
There is no link. Just a minute.
Let us discuss what is slash b. Slash b represents a backspace. For example, if I say, today we are understanding print statements. So when I say a backspace, when I say slash b, that means it's a backspace tab. So when I say a backspace tab, what will happen here? The letter E will be removed. If you observe here, when I say after this E, I apply slash B. What will happen here? When I say slash B, when my cursor is here, when I press a backspace, the letter E will be removed. Now the same thing we are doing it in Java. The moment I use slash B, it will act like a backspace. Clear? Is this clear? Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
Okay, so maybe let's get started. I think in the previous session we saw about for the Mac devices actually, but unfortunately I didn't fix it yet. So maybe allow me some time so I can fix it.
Whatever written
Or
in the
that means
front
to
of
create a new
slash
Mac ID,
b
I'll
will
create
be
it.
You
removed.
can share your
This
screen and
is
you
the
can fix it.
thing.
So we will
When you
also.
write
Please
slash
remove.
B, whatever
Yeah,
letter
sure.
before slash B, that will be erased.
Okay, yeah, got it.
So in short,
Just
whatever
okay.
letter that is present before slash B will be erased. Clear? When I say slash R, or we'll say slash T. What do you mean by slash T? Slash T represents a tab space.
Okay, I hope my screen is visible now. Okay, let me open my BB edit.
New concepts we are learning. Hope we can proceed further. So what is happening here between this learning and hope? You will have
Okay,
a tab
so we this stuff, I think. Yeah.
Is this clear?
So we did the like instead of doing it as a simulator, we
Is this
already
clear, guys?
saw a
Any
script
doubts?
in the simulator, but instead of doing a simulator, we were trying to do it inside a real device. But unfortunately, my
Got it.
credentials got expired, so I wasn't able to do it.
Yes. Can we
So
go to the
what I
next
will
one?
do, so let me create a new credential. Okay,
Yes or no?
and then I'll explain it to you. So allow me like today or tomorrow just to use it up,
Yes.
and then I can show it to you. And also, like say today, what we'll be
So
seeing
there is
about
one more
today
concept
is
called
like
as slash
say
r. What is slash r? Slash r is called as
we
carriage
will be checking
return
about
character.
the
What do you mean by
Android part
carriage return
actually.
character?
So we need to know about the Android inspector,
Moves
or
the
like say we
line
can
to
call it
the
as an APM
start
inspector. So what is APM inspector and what do we do that? So
and
we'll be
stays
seeing that
on the
one today,
same.
and also
What do you
like
mean by
say
this?
we'll also
I'll
see
say
about some of the locator
system.println
strategy
hello world
used in
slash r
Android.
slash
Okay,
hey.
and if time
Now what will
permits, like
happen
we'll
here
see about
when
the
I say
locator
slash
strategy in
r?
iOS.
So
Okay,
whatever data that is present after slash r, that
and
should be the
then we'll
starting
move
sentence.
towards the cloud
Whatever data that
environment,
is
like say
present
how to
before
run it
slash
on
r,
a cloud
those
environment.
data will be erased.
Cloud
Clear?
environment
So what is happening
run
here?
for Windows users
Slash r
specifically using
moves the cursor
iOS. Okay,
to the
so these are
beginning
the
of the
agendas. So
line.
let's see how much we can cover it up. So
Beginning
locators,
of the line
pretty feel like say it'll
and
take
the
some little
word
time. So let's see
hey
how APM inspector we
overwrites
can do and how to
the
debug it,
word
or like say how to use an Android. We'll check it up.
hello
But
world.
first, let's see like
You got the
say
point?
what is an
This is
APM
called as
inspector.
carriage return character. So whatever data that is
So
present
what
before
is an
slash
APM
r, it will
inspector?
be
So
overwritten
technically,
with the data that
it
is present
is
after
a
slash r.
tool
That means what
which
I am
is
telling here
used
is
to
after this, whatever data is there, that should be
which
part of
is
that
used
should be the
to
starting sentence.
get the
Whatever that data that is
locators
present before slash r,
for
that should
the
be erased off. Clear?
elements inside the
So it is same like
app.
slash b only, right?
Okay,
Slash
and
b is
there
for
are
a
two
single
versions
character, right?
available. We call it as a web version, and then second
Slash
one
b
we
is
call
what
it as
whatever
a
letter that is present before
desktop
slash b
version.
will be erased.
Okay,
Only a
so the web
single letter.
version, I don't know
Here the
like
whole word,
how many
whole
company
sentence is
will allow
replaced.
it. Okay,
Got
because
it? When I
that's
say
something
slash
like
r,
say it's
this
like
whole data is gone.
online portal,
Whatever data that is
and through
present
the
after
online
slash r
portal
will
you
be
can
present.
access it up.
Clear?
So here there is a little
So only
change
single
in the
letter will
command
be
that
Yes.
we are
erased.
going to use it,
B
and
only.
desktop version
Sorry?
is nothing but pretty
No, for
simple.
slash b only
So but it is
only
really
single letter,
slow.
the whatever
Okay,
before
Yeah.
it
so
is
we need to
Yeah.
install
Yes.
it in our desktop. So it's compatible
Rahul,
for both
will it include the
Mac
space
and
before
Windows.
hey?
Yes, it will be included.
Okay, so let me give
That
you
is why
the
it is
web
taking an
version
extra
link.
space.
So for the web version, so it's going to
Okay.
be like APM Inspector Pro.
So
So
mean
this
like
is the
slash b,
version
if
that
there
will
is
be
a space,
available.
it would
Okay,
erase that
and for the
space,
desktop
or
It will
version,
it will erase that space also. If
so
I have
let
a
me give
slash
it
b,
to you.
it
APM
will erase that space also.
Inspector desktop version. Just go
If
to
I say
Google and then
slash
just
r and
type
slash
it.
b, the white space will be
So there
replaced.
is a releases
Clear?
in the GitHub. So here only you can get it.
okay.
So this
So
is
since
okay.
this
So this
slash r
is the
is no,
right
I will
version.
give you one tip.
So if
It
you
is
give
useful
like show
for
all assets, like say
overwriting
whichever
the
is installable, it will be
data in the
available.
console
So for Mac users, you can use this DMG.
and
Okay,
used in
so that will be useful. And
displaying
for Windows users,
dynamic
you can use the ARM64 or
updates like
Windows 64,
timers,
whichever is your compatible version. Okay,
progress
so let
bars,
me send you
etc.
this link as
Clear?
well over here.
Slash r might be new to all of you. That is why I'm
So
giving you more
both
statements on slash
in
r.
an operation
Is
wise
this
and
clear,
UI
everyone?
wise, it's going to be the same. So there is no disadvantages, there is no advantages when you use a web or a desktop version. But how does these two versions will differ is like say
When do we use slash
when
r
you want
to an
to
existing updater code?
inspect
Like as I told you, if you want to overwrite the data on the
element
console, overwrite the same
using
line of data onto the console, we
web
use slash r.
version,
When we discuss some
then
looping concepts, I will show you how to use the
like
slash
say
r.
whether it's a web
Okay?
version or a desktop version,
especially when we want to display some
we need to start the APM. So that's where the exact difference lies, how you are going to start your APM.
Okay.
For web version inspector,
Now,
APM needs to be started with APM space double hyphen allow hyphen cars.
It is
Okay,
prints
for
the
desktop
error
version
messages.
that is not required.
So system.err
So
is
APM
useful for
can be
printing the error
started
messages.
with just the command APM.
It will be displayed in maroon color
This one.
on the
Okay.
console. Clear?
And these are the things. So I'll just operate this and show you practically, but
Is this
before that
clear,
let me
everyone?
ping you the links so that in case if you're going to do it simultaneously, it will be
Whenever
helpful.
we
So
use
let me
exception handling
put
or
it in
something
our
like that,
WhatsApp
we
as
have to
well.
cautiously use
Yeah. So
system.err.println.
if you
Whenever any
see
error occurs in the
right
runtime and if you
over,
want to handle
okay,
it,
what
only
is
use
this issue?
system.err.println. What if you
Where is the
use slash t by followed
pom.xml?
by slash b? Aman.
It's
So
saving
whatever
it.
the extra
Oh,
tab space
cycle.
is there, out of that one character will be removed. For example, I will say here I will say slash t and slash b. What will happen?
Okay, invalid target.
It will
Okay.
remove one white space only. Okay. When I say a
Ah,
tab
okay,
key,
17
it
I have
will
given.
have a tab space. But
Okay,
once I say
so
a
technically
slash
I've
b,
upgraded
it
it
will
to
clear only
21.
one
So I'll
backspace.
let you know at
Like
the end
in
how I
Java, it clears
upgraded
only one
it.
backspace.
I
One
missed it,
character of white space.
Ah,
Clear?
we just
Actually, I
started
Aman,
joined
actually.
a
also
different
when
link.
you're asking, that is nice. And also
Ah,
try
okay,
to
okay.
practice it
Yeah,
after the
today,
class.
yeah,
Like
last
we
week they
discussed.
changed it
Okay.
out. Yeah, we just started it actually. It was like regarding the APM inspector. So today's
Clear?
topic is going to be these are the items,
Now when I say
but most probably we'll be
system.println,
able to cover the first two topics, I believe. And if time permits, we'll move on to the next one. And we just had some brief explanation
okay.
about what is APM
So
inspector.
we
So
can
it's
combine
basically it's a tool that where
a
you can inspect
sentence
the element and
with
then get the
a
XPath or locator
boolean
of it.
value also.
So we have two versions, like say the web
So can
version
anyone tell me
available
the
and the
output of this
desktop
program?
versions available. And when you want to inspect the element using web version or a desktop version, we need to start the APM. So this is like a mandatory clause. Okay. And how to start the APM in this case for a web version? We need to use the command apm double hyphen allow hyphen
Can anyone
cars.
tell me the output of the
And for a
program?
desktop version, it's just
Sample
the
output
APM.
data is true.
That will be the
Okay,
last
so
line.
just we saw this one, but practically now I'm going to show it to you.
Yes.
So I just pinged you these two links in WhatsApp and Teams. So just you can try to access it. So this is the web version. Okay,
So always
and it
remember,
supports a
whenever we
wide
are
variety of
executing the code,
cloud
sample output data
parameters
is
as well.
true.
Okay,
It
cloud
will not
providers,
be the
but
last line. Always remember,
the catch
all
over
the
here is
error
like say all
messages
these cloud
will
providers
be
need to have a
printed
license
at
if
the
you want to
last.
integrate it with either a desktop or a web version.
Clear?
Okay, so that means when you're in a free
No
version,
matter
these cloud providers cannot be integrated to
whether
your
we write
APM inspector.
any print
Okay,
statements after
so even I'll show it to you
this.
how we can
Clear?
integrate it. It's just a pretty simple one. When we go to this cloud part, right? Cloud environment part, I'll tell you how to integrate it.
Is this
But
clear,
right now,
anybody?
let's see whatever is freely
No, not
available or
clear. You are
open
saying that
sourcely available. And there is
print
also
at the
again a
last
workaround
what
in
kind
case
of
if you
something
don't have like
language
say
API?
the budget for your cloud
When you are
provider,
using
then how can I do it? I
system.println,
have a
after the
workaround, but it's a little lengthy
system.err.println,
process.
this line
I'll
will
also
not
show
be
that
the
to you.
last line that will
Okay.
print on the console.
And
Always, whatever statements you
let's
have used
see over here. So
system.err.println,
this is the
this will be
APM
the last
inspector
line that will
itself.
be printed on the
And
console.
we are going to
No
deal with
matter
the
how many
capacity
print statements
builder,
you,
saved
no matter
capability
how
sets,
that println
attach the
statements you have
session. So
written
attach the
after
session, we might
err.println.
not use it. Okay, but let's try it.
Okay.
And also this is the
So
JSON
simply I will use
representation where you are
system.err.
going to
So
dump
after that, if you
all
are trying to
the
print
code
any
that you have
statement, they will
written
not
right
be
now,
printed in the
right?
console.
For
They will print in the
example,
console. I'm talking about the ordering after this
we are going to
err.statement.
convert
If I
this
execute this print
specific code
statement,
that you have created to something understandable for your APM inspector. So that's why this place JSON representation is available. And once you connect it, right, so you will see a lot of options available, which I'm going to show it to you. And for example, like how can I connect it? That's the first question. Okay, to my APM inspector and inspect the element. So it's going to be something like this. So let's go back to our scripting part, what we did.
there are
So
more than
first,
one.
let's see, like
Errors
I want to access an application within your device, how to do it. So what parameters we have taken: set package name, activity name, UDID, automation name. So these are the parameters or the capabilities that we have used in order to access the particular application Swag Lab inside the device. Correct. So we are going to use this one inside the inspector as a JSON representation. Okay, so anyone from our team, okay, our group, like why are we representing it as a JSON representation?
Print statements.
Can you just you have already given the link for the APM inspector. So when we download it, it looks like this.
No, this is the web version. I gave two versions actually. So if you see it, this is the web version I'm using it. I didn't go for the desktop version. I'll show it in desktop as well. Yeah, slowly.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, because the web version is pretty okay and not slow, but the desktop version is pretty slow actually. So in everything operations. So I thought of first showing it in a web version and then move to the desktop.
And you need to be clear with
so
all the
here, if you see it, so any idea why we have this JSON representation? We saw this in the first few sessions actually.
As of now, if you know this much, that is great. As and when the time requires, I will discuss all the remaining print statement concepts.
Anyone?
Also. Okay.
So like printing with system.err and system.out. I mean the message description both we are seeing in the console, but only the
is it possible to
give
the Git link for the APM
That's the only
September?
difference, and you see the color also.
APM September.
Color also matters.
No, I didn't push the code yet. I just transferred the code over here. So I think you can refer the code a little bit at the top in the history. The code or the file should be available here.
Till here, we will park the concepts of print statements. Again, we will revisit back
this
after
one.
A couple of classes because there are more print statements which we need to cover.
It was discussed last week, I think 8, 9. Yeah.
/t and /b.
So I didn't push the code yet actually.
You said that it would add for one tab space.
Thank you.
Yeah,
/b it will erase one letter.
Okay, so why we use the JSON is like say because the communication between your APM server and your device happened through only the JSON wire protocol, so which we saw in some sessions previously. Okay, if you can recollect it, let me see if I have the
generally observe the keyboard characteristics.
block diagram with me right
and
now.
If I press a backspace, what will happen? The tab space will be erased, right?
Yes.
Just give me a minute.
Great. So, what is the next?
It's quite some time before we have seen it.
Variable concepts. What do you mean by a variable? Variable is nothing but temporary storage of value. You might ask me why temporary storage of value?
August.
Okay, why you say it's a temporary storage of value? Because the scope of the variable,
I think it should be somewhere here.
Always during the execution time. That means what?
Okay, so I think it's gone, I guess. Okay, no problem. Let me quickly check it in my laptop.
Variables will be activated at the start of the execution and will be destroyed after the execution is completed. Clear? Always remember what the scope
Yeah,
of the
this
variable
is
is
the
during
one.
the execution time only. That means it gets activated at the start of the
Not this
execution
one.
and destroyed after the
Yeah.
execution is completed.
So this is the one. So
Okay.
when you transfer the code to your APM server, so technically this transmission needs some type of transmission protocol.
If you want to
So that's why
understand
we
variable
keep
in
it
a
as a
better
mobile
way,
JSON
you can
wire
imagine that how
protocol.
you fill your
Okay.
water in a
So that's
pot.
why like
So when the
say
temporary storage
you
of water
have it
comes, you
as
finish
a
drinking the water in the water bottle,
JSON
again you will
format
refill
over
it.
here.
So that
Okay,
is
so
like a
in
good
case in your
example that you
interviews of
can
someone
correlate in
asks
your
like
real
why we
life.
use the JSON, because that is the JSON wire protocol that we use it, and that's the format used to transfer between the devices.
Great.
Sorry, between the device and the server, APM server. So here, what you need to do is like just click on this edit JSON, and within this one, so you need to write something. So JSON is
So
always like say you have a key and your
what are the
object.
rules to be followed?
Okay, and then you give a comma and then you write
While
it. Okay, so what is
declaring
the
the
key? What is the object is like? So
variable
going back
name.
to the code, so we have set package as the first item. So what we are going to do it is like we are going
Variable
to
name
copy this, but we are not
should
going to set the
start
package, but
with
instead
a
of it,
small
we are going
letter.
to tell the
Variable name
APM
should
inspector
not
that this is the
start
package name. So
with
we
a
need to just give the
number or
app
a special
package
character.
and then mention this
Okay.
com dot swaglab app.
Variable name
Copy
should not
it
have
and then paste it. And
any white
similarly, we are going
spaces
to have the activity name.
in
So again,
between.
again, it's going to be like say
We can use
instead of set activity, app activity, you're just going to give it as a app
we can
activity
use
and then double quotes, provide
underscore
the
as
activity
the
name.
alternate way of white spaces. Clear?
And then give a comma and then for the UDID because we need the device ID. So UDID is going to be UDID. No set should be available
Yep.
and then provide the UDID of
Variable
it.
name
And then we have like
should not
say
have any
automation name.
Java keywords.
Okay. Double
Okay.
quotes. For automation name, you cannot
So
provide it
in
directly like
Java,
this, but
we
instead
have
go inside this Android
total
UI
of
automator. That means
54
control
keywords
click or
in our
command click
okay.
on this variable
So let me
and
show
you
you what
have
are the
like say
Java
this
keywords.
particular item UI automator 2 and then paste it.
So if you see these are the
And then
Java
we
keywords
have
that we
one
need
more
to
parameter we can call
not
it
use.
as your
Public, private, protected,
platform
this
name.
int, char, boolean, if else, whatever.
And this is
There are
going
around
to have
54 to
something
55 Java
called your
keywords. We should be
Android.
careful that we should not use this Java keywords.
ANDROID. Yes,
Clear?
Android. And then save this. And you can see it has been converted or listed to separate
Great.
parameters, their type,
So once we
and then the
understand how do we
value
what are the
here.
rules to be followed
If
while
you want to
declaring the
use it
variable
in
names,
the subsequent
the next
sessions
concept is
or subsequent
what are the
days,
different
just
data
do a
types.
save as and provide a name called Android underscore
One is
swag
the
lab
primitive data type.
demo app, something like
One
this,
is the
and then do a
non-primitive data.
save and it will be
You can
saved
compare
inside the
primitive
saved
data type
capability set.
like in English
At
language
the bottom, if you
alphabets
go, it will be
are the
available.
primitive data types without
So
alphabets you cannot form
these are the
sentences.
things that I've
Like
created
in
for
maths
my browser
without
version.
numbers,
So it will be
numbers from 0 to
available
9 you
and at
cannot form a
any point
number
of
like
time this
10,
browser
11,
version will
12,
not be
13, 14 and so
deleted.
on.
Okay. Unless and until I
Okay.
reinstall it or I do an upgrade or something like.
So like that what are the
But
primitive
अनुज
data
you
चाय
can
types in
बना दो
still
Java?
यार, मेरे सिर में बहुत दर्द हो
Int,
रहा है.
and
char,
you can
boolean.
have this as a
अनूप,
base for Android.
कॉफी बना रहे हो? मेरे सिर में बहुत दर्द हो रहा है.
Sorry, I'm going to mute you. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Boolean, long,
So just keep
float,
this as the
double,
base,
byte, short.
the
These are the primitive
JSON
data types that we
format
have in
for
Java.
Android,
Non-primitive
I would
data types
say.
can be string,
Okay, and I'll
arrays,
ping the same thing
list,
inside our
set, etc. You will have an
WhatsApp
infinite
group
amount of
as
data,
well. The
infinite number of non-primitive data types. It's just
JSON
like how
format
many different
for
kinds of sentences you
Android.
can form in English, how many numbers you can form
Okay,
after like 10, 11, 12,
this is how
then
it
20,
works.
30,
And
40,
as I
500.
told you, so now
Sometimes you
we
can
are
form
going to save
infinite
it
number
and
of
we are going
numbers.
to start
Similarly,
the session.
non-primitive data
The
types can
first
also do the same
instance,
thing.
I didn't open my terminal, so I'll open my
So
terminal.
what is the syntax
And
for
when I use just the keyword called
declaring the
APM,
variable?
right, to start the
Before that,
server,
I want to
just
tell
I
you
click
one point
APM.
that
You can
Java
see
is
this
a
APM server is started. And when I start this session, right, it will throw you this particular error.
Typed
Okay, so what is the error? Let's read it out. Could
programming
not connect
language.
to
Meaning
APM
what?
server URL. Please
Meaning
check if the
we
server
have
is
to
running and the URL
associate
is correct.
a
Okay,
data type to the
and in the
variable
bracket, like say URL can be start and
x
stop and
all the
stuff. If
times.
you are using an inspector browser
Clear?
version, as you can see it, the last line is the most important line. If you are using an
What
inspector
is the
browser
syntax for declaring
version,
a variable?
it should
Data
have the
type
hyphen hyphen allow hyphen cors
variable
with
name.
it. But what we have did, we didn't start with that. We had the APM
Clear?
only. Okay, so
Data type
that's
and
the
variable name.
reason, like say I'll do a control C and then I need to do APM
Great. So I'll say
space
int
double
d1
hyphen allow
char
hyphen
d2 double
cors
d3
and then enter
float
it.
f4 dot
Just one thing, we'll directly go with this and not
d5
start the session, right?
long
Or after start
Uh,
session, we have to start the APM.
no, first initially always APM start. If you want to inspect an element inside an app,
long
always the
f6
APM session or APM server should be
byte
started.
h7
Without starting the APM server,
int char
the
double
inspector
dot
will not
int short
interact.
long
That's why
Okay.
this error.
boolean
So even like say if I do a control C, I don't have any APM available over here. If I close this error and then when I
clear.
try to start it, the same error it
This is how we
comes
declare a
because
variables
that
in
means my
Java.
APM server is not running.
Now,
So it's
what does
asking me to
each
start
variable
the
hold as
APM
significance?
server.
So boolean is something
And
that
just
accepts
starting the APM
true
server by
or
giving
false
APM
values.
alone is not enough for a web
Byte is
version.
something what
Again,
accepts
highlighting
a
it for a web
range
version.
of
For a
values
web version,
from
always it
minus
should be APM
128 to
space hyphen
127.
hyphen allow
Short is
space
nothing but
cors
accepts a
is mandatory.
range of values from minus
Even if you give this
32,763 to
hyphen hyphen allow cors in a desktop
32,757.
version, it doesn't matter. But
Accepts
mandatorily
a
in a web
range of
version, this
values
needs to be there.
from minus 2 power 31
Okay.
to 2 power
So
31 minus 40.
mandatorily you need to start your web version of your
Accepts
inspector
a
with
range of
this.
values
Okay, so
from
mandatorily
2 power 63 to
we need
2
to
power 63
start
minus 40.
APM server with command.
Accepts a
This one
single
for a
value like
web version. Okay, just highlighting
a
it.
capital letter or a small letter
Okay, in case
or a
if you have
single number
forgotten,
or a
please
white
note it
space
down.
or even any special
Okay,
character.
so this is
Anything. It will
mandatory.
accept only
So
a
what I will
single
do
value.
now, I will give the allow course, enter it,
When I say float,
and whether
accepts up to
if it has taken
5
your allow course or
significant
not, how you
digits.
can
When
identify.
we say 5
There
significant
is a
digits,
block of code
after
or
the
a
decimal
JSON
point,
available as allow course.
it will accept
And what is the meaning of
up to 5 digits.
course? Okay, so anyone from
Clear?
our group, anyone knows it? What is the abbreviation of course or what is the course will do?
Accepts up to 16 significant digits.
Anyone want to give a try?
Is this clear?
Or anyone did some security testing before by any chance? Or just had a knowledge on security testing by any chance?
Yeah.
Anyone? Last chance.
So, what is the syntax of initializing a
Okay,
variable?
no problem. So what we are trying to do it is like say we are trying to
Variable
access
name
a particular
equal to value.
application or a
So here I can
particular
say
device
whatever
from
value I
a
want, I can declare it.
web version.
D3
Okay, so
equal
we
to
are going to hit a web version
something
and
like
we are
that.
trying to check a particular
F4 equal to
application or a device that is running.
5.6F.
So that's the reason
Letter
course is
F
given
is
and
used
course is
at
given
the
as a
end
header inside
to
your server.
indicate the Java compiler
And
that
this version of
we are
allow
using
course
a
is
float
applicable
runner.
only from version 2.
Okay.
And what is the meaning of course or what is the abbreviation of course is like say. So we call it
G5, I'll say
as a cross origin
H6.
resource sharing. Okay.
So you
So
need to
as the
use the
name
letter
suggests,
L.
you are going
So
to
letter L is
connect
used at the
two
end
items with two different
to indicate
uh,
the
parameters. One
Java
is from your
compiler
server, that
that
means
we are
one is from your
using a
device, another is from
long
your
value.
web browser. That's why this parameter is required or
I7
this
equal to
parameter
minus
is passed
150.
as a
When I say minus 150,
header so that
it will throw a
it will know,
compilation stating
like
that
say,
require a byte value,
like say it is passed as a header, so that
Got
the
it?
response to the APM server will know, like say, it is trying to interact with you, with the app, I mean to say. Okay, so
Is
this should
clear?
be
All
always
good?
there. Okay, so if you don't give it, obviously it will throw as an exception. Okay, so now I can go to the Chrome browser and then I
Excuse
can,
me.
yeah, yes, please.
So over here, the APM app package, whatever is in the JSON format. So the like the third line, which we have to change in our case.
Third, like let me
Is it
see
the
that one.
UDID or
Exceeding the
Let me check it, just a minute. Where is it? The Chrome. Yeah, third line is the UDID. Yes, so you need to change it accordingly. Whether you are using an emulator or a real device, you need to change it.
Now, if you
so
want,
rest all are same, right? Only the third line.
Again, this package name and activity name can change because I'm using a SwagLab app. But if you're trying to automate it in a different app, again, these first two parameters can change. Because we are using two apps for a demo, right? For example, maybe where is it? Can you see my screen? So we have this API demos one, okay, and also we have this SwagLab one. Where is it? SwagLab. Okay, it's not there. Let me check it. Yeah, it's not there. SwagLab. So let me quickly install it.
Yes. Turtle print.
Rahul, I have one doubt about that. Will you just scroll up? Okay. The number
Okay,
one,
so if you just
the
drag and drop
minus
for
130.
information, it
You
can
have given
install
the
it,
range from minus
and you can
128
see the
to
SwagLab.
positive
It
number,
is
right?
available.
Something.
So these two
So
apps I'm
so
using,
it
but
will
in
take,
case if you're
yeah.
trying
So
to
it
use
will
any
take,
other apps,
130. It's
you need to
minus
find out
130,
the
right?
activity name and
Starting
the
from
package
minus
name.
128.
And
Yeah,
you know,
it's
right, how to
128, but I
identify
provided
activity
the
name,
value is
package name
130.
using the dumpsys command. So let me quickly share it again. ADB shell dumpsys, and then we have that command.
Just some confusion, I think.
So is minus 1.
Okay, because try
Is
to
the
practice
value
it.
between minus 128
Yeah,
to 127?
yeah,
Minus
yes,
130?
please.
Yeah. For
When
the
you read the value from
Android,
negative, it
the
is
other
minus 128, minus
API
127, minus
demo,
126.
Got
it?
for that it's Android.apis,
Okay.
right? Set package name.
Okay.
Yes, I think so.
Or else,
Yeah, I don't
for
have
your
it
convenience, I'll make
handy,
it positive
but it
130.
comes
Now
like
you're
that.
clear?
Yeah,
Now
Okay.
you're clear, right?
yeah, it comes like
Yes,
that.
yes, with
Can you try with
positive.
that?
Yeah, yes, please. Yeah, just a minute. So
Because
I'll
I don't
paste that
have this
command.
Swag one.
SwagLab. Okay.
So this is
So
how
we
we
go
print the
to the
variable.
API demos.
Now
I
since we
opened
have
it.
printed the variable,
And
Yesterday,
can
actually, I
anyone tell
was
me the
trying to do
arithmetic
this
operation
APK
of this?
setup. Actually, you give the APK file, right? So
uh-huh.
what I need to do, I have a desktop. Now I want to run it on my computer.
That's fine. Yeah.
So I just need to, from the APK, I need to download the APK in my
You can use the
phone, or
calculator.
I need to download it in my desktop.
Okay.
First, you need to download to your desktop, and then from the desktop, you can put it inside
You
your
can
phone.
use the calculator for this.
But ideally, you have already given. When I press download it, I would automatically first get it on my phone.
Oh no, it will be on the desktop. If you go to this repo, right? So
Yeah.
assuming like you're going to this repo,
Yeah.
and going to the repository, and where is it? Sample app, I think. Yeah. So when you go to this app, so it will you're in a desktop version. So you
Yes.
click over here and you download it. So it will go to your Chrome download normal.
Okay.
So from here, extract it, and then whichever the APK file you want, you can use a ADB command to put it inside the device, or like say how I did now, drag and drop. You can do it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't automatically go, but in some organizations we they go. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, because if you are directly connected to a cloud, so you can.
I thought we can
Uh,
download the Swag app directly from the Play Store in the phone and
No, no,
then.
no. It won't be available because these apps are kind of a debug apps actually. So
Mm-hmm.
they are not available
Oh, got your
inside.
point. I got your point, sir.
Yeah. So because sometimes we need some debug versions as well. That's why uh, we didn't keep it over there, or like say they didn't keep it over there. So but rest of the other apps, like say whatever you hold it inside your device, real device, right? For example, for I have the bookings.com. If you want to automate this booking.com, quite simple. Once it launches, use the same command to get the
Can anyone tell the output of this program?
package name and then the
Package name and yeah,
activity name.
activity.
Yes. Yeah. So everything can be done in Android. So there is no
Yes.
limitations
I'm trying to
actually.
do that today. I would do that after the class.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So any apps in Android you can do, but maybe like after the 16 version, I don't think so. It will allow us, but yeah, I heard some news like say Android also doesn't allow like side loading, similar to that of iOS. It's soon to come, but right now you can do like this. Yeah.
If it shows big number.
Okay. So
And
now.
Arvind, for Swag Labs,
Mhm.
do you
Yes,
have
minus
the APK file with you?
7.129.
Can you share the
Yeah,
APK
yeah.
file on
7.13
WhatsApp or
Yeah,
some
it's
something?
figure.
here. This first one actually. This first one is Swag Lab. Second one is API demo, and rest other for iOS actually.
7.13 to the power 12.
This is the link. Let me reshare
Got it?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
The first one is for Swag Lab.
All
Second one
good.
is for API demos.
All good, everyone. What is the
Okay,
variable? How do we
and
declare it?
maybe
How
let's
do we assign it?
start
How do we
this
use it in
one and
arithmetic
see
operations?
how it works
So,
over here.
one
So
more
I
thing we need
started
to
my
remember
session.
is
When I started,
8 plus
you can see it
I7
over here. The application will
throws a
start to
compilation error
invoke the Swag Lab, okay,
because
and then use it.
we cannot
So this
perform
is required, okay. But
any
same time, when
arithmetic
you go to
operation
the APM inspector,
with the
you can
Boolean
see
values.
since the screen didn't populate at the faster rate, when it
Clear?
was blank, it was captured. But how to make it similar to that of
So,
this screen?
it throws a compilation
So
error
there is a
because
refresh button
we
over
cannot
here.
perform
If
any
you refresh
arithmetic
it,
operations with
whatever is
Boolean
in the
values.
screen available in real time, it will pop up here.
Great.
And then you can see some yellow highlight
So,
happens when you
these are
click
the
it.
topics that I have to learn for today.
This is
Now,
where
if you
the
have any
element you
questions, we
can
can. We have
identify it.
last
So
couple of
here
minutes
the
remaining.
element
So, if you
identification
have
is
any
quite
questions, you can
simple,
ask.
pretty straightforward, not as confusing as web
No, just
automation
one
that
like
you do in
by number
Selenium
53,
or
it
Playwright
works
or
on
Cypress,
God must do by.
because this
So generally
structure
D1
of
into D3 both
application
get
is in
multiplied
a
and
linear
then it's
fashion.
6 into
So linear in
I7.
the sense one after
Yes.
the other it will be
And
coming
these
it up.
would do
So
will do a
it's
like
not that much complex.
subtraction of both, and
Yes.
that
And once you
command would be do
identify
it
it,
from
you
D3.
can see over here,
Yes.
you can do the gestures over here, how you do it in a device. And this is the native app mode. And in case if there is a hybrid, you can switch to the hybrid app mode. And this is the refresh button, and this is the element search button. Like say that means you identified a locator, XPath or something, and you want to check whether it's has a
Tell me.
duplicate or not. If that is it, then you can use this option. And this is a recording mode. That means if you are going to test it manually, you can record some
Modulus is
videos and
something what
submit
we
it
can
as a
take it in the next
proof.
class.
And
If
this
you
is
have
the quit
modulus in
session.
vision, first
The
remove
session
that
whatever
modulus.
you opened, you can close
For the
it.
people who do not have
And
modulus,
over here, coming
modulus
to
is
the
nothing but
source,
reminder
this
of a
is
number.
nothing but where we are going to see how many elements are available. Okay, to identify the element, this is
So
required.
here B2 we
And
have a
these are
value
the
as 28.
commands, okay, which we don't
Yeah,
use
we
it
have to take
much,
the ASCII
but
values, dude.
you can execute commands and other things. For example, get text, you do it. So it's in native app, so it will not execute. So we need to provide some command. And if you want to do file transfer that you do in ADB, you can still do it from here. And the gestures, like say you need to upload some gesture file, okay, so that means like say we'll see some gestures like tab, scroll, all those things. You can upload it here and you can test it over
Yep.
here as a manual one. Okay, and the recorder, the
Basically, we need to
recordings will be
get the
available
ASCII value of
where it
that
will
field.
generate the
Yes,
script,
you need to get the ASCII
which
value
we
of that.
don't use it much, and the session information. So sometimes this session information might be very well useful to get the which version of app you're using, what is the platform name, package name, activity name. Okay, so all these things it will
Okay.
be helpful, and you get some auto generated script, which basically I find it not that much useful, but still you can ignore, you can use it at some point. Okay, because I don't feel like these are having the right ones,
And
but still,
Rahul,
yeah,
how
you
we are
can
getting
try
that
it.
syntax error? So backend, what is happening
Okay, so
actually?
this is about it. And in case
Backend,
if you
what is
want to
happening
download a
is
screenshot, there is a
Like if
download.
you, yeah,
And if you
if
want
you
to
are
search the
typing
element, you
J8
can
plus
highlight
I7, how
it.
the
And
syntax
if you
error it
want
is
to
showing?
tap
Like
or swipe
JVM is working
coordinates
to show that
from here
syntax
to
error.
here, you can
no
do
use
it,
of JVM.
but
We
Okay.
have
it is not
installed
allowed
JDK
right now.
library. When
Okay,
you install JDK
just
library,
telling it,
all
these
the
are the option.
libraries are automatically
Show
added to
element
your project.
handles, in the sense
If you
these
see
are
the
the pain
external
points
libraries
where your
folder,
elements
all
are
your Java
can be
libraries are
tapped and
added to your
used,
project.
but again that is
Based
not
on that,
that much useful.
it has the
And
long
overall this
sequences
is
to
the inspector
understand how the
itself, and we'll
compilation
be
should
dealing
happen.
with this
So what are the values it can
path.
take? It can take an
Okay, the
integer,
source path
except boolean,
and the
except
elements available
boolean
over
value.
here,
If you
elements and
combine with any of the other
attributes.
things, it knows how to compile and
If
get
you
the
want to
output out
download
of it.
this source
Because for
path,
any
there is a
arithmetic
download
operation,
option
either
available
it expects a
where
double
you
value
can
or
check
a
it as
bool,
an
a double
XML,
value or an integer
or if
value.
you want to
But
copy
you're
it,
trying
you
to
can
pass a
do it,
boolean
or
value.
if you want
Boolean
to
value is
toggle the
something that is not
attributes,
accepted with
you
J8.
can see it
So
over
that is
here,
how
how many
smartly the
attributes are
compiler
available.
interprets
That
it. This
means
that
whatever
hey, if
attributes
I
are
add
here,
something with this
the
icon,
same
I
thing
might
will
not
be
get
here.
any numeric value.
So this is
So
like,
that
say,
is
a
where it will
bit
throw an exception.
wider version of it.
So the
Okay,
JDK
so
is
nothing
working to
much.
find that error, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay,
JDK will
so
always work to
let's keep
find the
it
error.
simple
JVM
over
does
here
not
like
work to
this.
find the errors right now.
And
JDK is
how to
working.
search it, like,
JVM
say,
is only for
here
running the
you
code,
don't need
so
to
not to
put
find
much of an
compilation.
effort, I would
Okay.
say. Why?
Okay. Okay.
Because
Thank you.
it derives the XPaths and
And
gives
can
it
you
to you.
explain the
Okay,
statically typed
and it has an
language
accessibility
you
ID, which
Okay,
is the most used
statically
one
typed language
or
means
the
what?
unique one.
When I'm
And
associating
when
the
you
data type with
consider
a variable.
the locator strategy,
Okay.
okay, like,
In
say,
JavaScript, Python, we don't provide any data types with a
the
variable name. So we call them as
locator
dynamically typed programming language.
Okay.
strategy for
Like
Android.
VB script also like
Specifically,
dynamic
if I want to tell it,
VB
description.
script
first
I'm
I would
not so sure because it's
always
a very
have
old
the
script and I've
accessibility
not used it
ID
for a very long
as
time.
the
Okay.
preference,
Okay.
and
Even
next
C,
go
C++
for the
is also a statically typed
content
programming language. We have to
description,
provide the data type for the variable.
Okay.
and
Okay.
next
Got it.
go for the text, and fourth one
Okay.
I can go for
There is one
your
more concept in variables which we can have a discussion of it tomorrow also. And
class.
also we will start
Okay,
with strings.
and
The
then I
most
have
important
something
topic,
called
like
your
bread and butter.
XPath. So here we don't have absolute and relative
Okay,
concept. We
starting
use
for
only one, which is
confirmation,
your
since
absolute
the t value is initialized
XPath.
with character data type, in this
Hmm.
character we are trying
Okay.
to and do a subtraction or addition. Does it not going to take like an append operation here?
Sorry?
Just give me a
Like
second.
I mean, since it is assigned to the
But
character
when I'm
the
starting the
G2
session,
value,
it's failing.
Hmm.
since we are using
What
it
does
in
it
the
say? Something like APM
adding a
hyphen allow
subtraction
course
Uh,
or a
here
different one?
value here.
no, original
Would
error,
it not
neither
be
Android Home nor
asking like
Android
an
SDK
append or
root
something?
environment was exported.
No. In any arithmetic operation, it will take the ASCII value.
Sorry,
That
can
is
you
the
come
beauty
again?
of Java. It will understand that I have to take
Android
the ASCII
Home
value of
or
it when I'm using any
neither
arithmetic
Android Home
operation.
nor Android SDK root environment was exported.
Okay, can you ping it in the chat maybe? Let
Sir,
me
while
have a quick look.
initializing,
Only for
Yeah, sure.
characters it would take the ASCII values or even for
Oh,
string
my
values?
Android. Ah, okay.
Sorry?
Did you set the path
Only
actually?
for
Android Home and
character
other
data type when you
things?
are assigning in the
Can you
Yes,
Only
just
for characters.
I
double
did it
check
just
it?
now itself.
okay.
Yeah, I did it just now.
If someone else
Okay,
was
just
Nothing.
asking
can
something.
you
yes,
try
sir. While
something like
Yeah, these are
initializing
this?
the
a
things that
variable
I
of
did.
data type double,
Okay,
Yeah.
so do we have to
echo
write D
dollar
No
after
need.
and
that?
home.
No need.
You can
Whatever
try this
letters
echo
I have
dollar and
chosen,
home.
it will
Android Home
explicitly
is
use. If
available.
we follow that, that is more than enough.
Yeah, like, yeah, these are the commands that I did.
Okay, okay.
So
Install.
For ADB version, I'm able to see. For Android Home also, I can see Android SDK.
Okay. Can you once run it as a sudo maybe? That means like say sudo space what is it? APM space -allow -cos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, if the Android Home or Android SDK is not set up, then this might be the issue.
So tomorrow is a very important
And
class because we'll be
SDK
discussing the
root
string concepts.
environment
And
variable.
string is like a bread and butter for every automation engineer as well as a normal programmer also.
Yeah, but
Great.
I'm getting some internal or something.
Yes, sir. Hi, Rahul.
What is that error?
Rahul.
Yes.
Error listen.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted.
Something already in use for that port number, I guess.
Okay.
4723.
Okay. Can you ping it actually? Ping it over here. Let's see.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We'll see you tomorrow then. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I've pinged it.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Okay. Okay. Another session is already opened. That's the reason. Can you close the session and try to rerun it? I think somewhere you have opened 2 terminals, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I have closed it. And shall I run it again? The same command?
Run it as a sudo. Yeah, sudo space the same like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's done. It's similar to the APM one, which was working fine for me.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get that. What was it? Sorry.
Like earlier, without sudo also, I tried the same and it was working fine. Now also it's working fine.
Now also. Okay. So you're getting that what to say the inspector version as well. You're able to inspect it.
No. So like this is just for starting the APM, right, server?
Yes. Once you started it.
When I start this session in browser version, a web APM inspector version, wherein Android Home or Android SDK root environment was not exported.
Okay. Okay, got it. So now it is working fine, right?
No, now still I'm getting that same error. When I like start session in APM inspector.
Okay. Okay, so yours is getting still the same.
This is the error that I'm getting. I pinged you.
So you started it as a sudo.
Like on WhatsApp.
So side error, Android Home. Okay, Android Home.
But if you scroll 2 messages back, I did this and I tried to verify it as well. I have shared you the command that I did. So
yeah, so now what you can do it is like say this is related to the path setting only. So okay, can you go to